Hi, my name is Jennifer Howie Broom, and I'm here to do my speech basically about my month that I was born and the year. This is my audience. This is Brenda, Kathy, Janet, and Geraldine. And I'm here to talk to you today about October 26, 1970. I'm a Scorpio. Jennifer was my given name. One of the more popular names in 1970 was Jennifer or Michael. Everybody in my family thought I was going to be a Michael. Turned out they were wrong. My poor mother, 17 years old, was 4 weeks past her due date. Everybody, I'm not sure if everybody knows, but in 1970 they didn't do ultrasounds. So me coming out as a girl was quite the shock to my family, including my grandma, who thought for sure I was a Michael. While in labor, my mother decided to go for a walk at the hospital. They sent her and my father out walking in Trenton. There was a little hospital with a bridge over a river. And while walking, my mom had a huge contraction. So my dad was rubbing her back, and the police came along and thought that my dad was trying to throw her off of the bridge. So with that being said, they had to explain to the police, no, she's just in labor. We are trying to help her out here and get them back to the hospital without being arrested. That was the event for my poor father. I'm going to talk a little bit about what was famous in 1970 overall was bell bottoms, disco, and the continued fight for equality for men and women and different races that we have here in the United States. I'm going to first discuss the events of October, which unfortunately I found there weren't very many fun events. One big event for TV was the public broadcasting system was developed, which gave us Sesame Street and many of our history events that we see on TV. That's from history.org. The 4th Country Music Award was given to Merle Haggard. He won for Country Music Artist of the Year. And Nancy Walker created Ida Morgenstein, which was the lead character on the role of the Mary Tyler Moore Show. In national news for October, the Union of the Soviet Socialist Republic, which today we know as Russia, performed a nuclear test. That fact comes from history.org.com. We also had the United States and the USSR form a league together to explore space and try and find what we today know as the space station and race. We had the Nobel Peace Prize awarded to Norman E. Borlaug. In sports in October, the Baltimore Orioles beats the Cincinnati Reds in the four games in the 67th World Series event. Plane carrying the whole Wichita University football team crashes, killing all 30 people on the plane. And Billy Martin was named the Detroit Tigers manager for our team here in Detroit, which comes from history.org. So in 1970, I'm going to move along to that whole year. There was a lot of events that happened worldwide in history. I have Elvis, picture here, visiting President Nixon in the White House. Can you imagine? He looks really amazing in his large belt buckle. The Beatles broke up, and the TV series Mary Tyler Moore gained huge popularity because it was about a single female working from her home, as well as the TV series The Odd Couple was out. If anybody remembers The Odd Couple, you know, you had a neat freak and a slob that were getting a divorce, living together. Imagine that. In national news, we had Nixon order the invasion of Cambodia, which comes from livinghistory.com. Unfortunately, Nixon's order to invade Cambodia was kind of the last straw for a lot of people across our country, and it triggered a huge riots at many college campuses, and the Kent State shooting occurred where 4 students were killed. A tragedy in and of itself, along with the war that occurred. We also launched the Boeing 747, made its maiden voyage, and we all enjoy that today, have seen the luxury that it affords. Sports for the 1970s, the National Football League realigned itself into 3 divisions from 4 divisions. Al Kaline, who played for the Detroit Tigers, collided with another player and actually swallowed his tongue. So thank God he made it through that and became the man that he was for the Tigers. For sports, we also have Yankees catcher Thurman Munson wins the American League Rookie of the Year. I'm going to move ahead a little bit in the 1970s to the cost of living. So the average person in 1970 made about $10,000 a year. And that really correlates to prices of things. If anybody can remember the 70s, stamps were 6 cents.
Wow, how about that?
A quart of milk cost 33 cents.
Wow.
And a movie ticket was $1.50. Okay?
Wow.
Gas was 36 cents a gallon.
Look at that.
So the biggest thing in the year 1970 that we have to be thankful for and we appreciate today is that technology started to evolve. And that's from CNN.com. I have to say in my lifetime I've seen the rise of many things. The microwave oven, the cell phone, we all have them in our pockets, we can't get away from them. The social media, Facebook, almost everybody in the United States or worldwide has a social media page that they look at. And don't let us forget the almighty computer came into play. All of these things have given humanity an edge, but at the same time, I feel like they may have taken some of our human contact from each other. We don't interact as much as we used to. We don't talk on the phone. We text a lot. We are on our social media pages a lot, and that took away that human contact with each other. From my childhood, we had channel 24, channel 20, channel 50, channel 2, channel 4, and channel 7. Today's kids have Netflix, Hulu, everything you could possibly imagine, and they still can't find anything to watch. My phone is pretty much tethered at my side, and for most teenagers, they are walking with their phone. I don't remember as a child a car ride where I didn't have a coloring book and crayons, and today it's a TV, a phone, music. They have to be in the lap of luxury to go on a trip. So things have quite changed. But as a child today too, our kids are really under a lot of pressure that I didn't have as a child, to be really a leader and conform to the technology that we have. So in kindergarten, they're already writing stories and need to know basically their timetables, whereas in 1970, I was pretty lucky and got to enjoy my childhood. I remember wagon rides and playing and coming home when the street light is on. Very important, or you're going to get a spanking. I would, in closing, like to say that in preparing for the speech about the 1970s, some of the funniest things that kept coming up were really this right here, these guys. Every other line in most articles was the Beatles broke up. Which is kind of interesting because the 70s had a lot of political problems that we dealt with as a nation. I found it just kind of funny and humorous because to my dad, who's in his 60s, he always talks about, man, when the Beatles broke up. So I understand his pain now. I want to say thank you today for everybody for coming, and I hope I gave you a little bit of information about the 1970s that you weren't aware of. Thank you.